Throughout this course, we'll dive into writing code in Next.js and explore how to build full-featured applications with it. But to kick things off, let's make a small change. You'll want to navigate to the app folder for this, since we'll be adding a second page. As I mentioned earlier, one of Next.js's key benefits is how it handles routing automatically through the file system. You just add folders and files to define routes. The app folder is where this routing setup happens. Next.js looks inside this folder to detect which routes should be created based on its contents. We'll go over what all the existing files here do in more detail later in the course. For now, let's add a new page. Create a new folder inside the app directory. We can call it Home. Then inside that folder, create a file named page.js. This file must be named page.js because Next.js uses this specific file name inside a folder to set up a route. Inside page.js, we'll export a React component as usual. For example, you could write a function component named homepage, though the name itself doesn't matter. Inside that component, return some simple JSX like a main tag that wraps an h1 heading saying something like Next.js is awesome. Once you've done that, go back to your app in the browser and visit localhost:3000/home. You should now see your new page rendered there. It's that simple to add a new page in Next.js. And yes, the content of that page is rendered on the server. You can confirm that by viewing the page source in the browser and noticing that the HTML is already there. That wraps up our first minor tweak to a Next.js app. Don't worry, we'll be covering all the powerful features of Next.js in much more detail as we move through the course.